Squatchcast. Hi everyone, so this is the introduction episode to Squatchcast. I'm super excited about this. I'm going to be taking some time to introduce myself, tell you I believe in Sasquatch, and even tell you a little about the history of a Sasquatch's name. Alright, so my name is Colby Kirby and I am the founder of the BFSC. You probably don't know what that is yet because it's not a super widely known thing, but our hopes is that it will become more popular someday. That'd be absolutely amazing. The BFST stands for Bigfoot Search Team, as the YouTube channel name is called, and you probably already know that that is what the YouTube channel name is called, but yeah. Anyway, so here are some reasons I personally believe in Sasquatch. Number one is, for me, there's far more than enough evidence, and I firmly believe that there's far more than enough evidence for anyone out there. I really do. And the number one reason I believe that is because a Sasquatch is a large bipedal monkey, and large bipedal monkeys already exist. So, do I think it is physically possible for another species of large bipedal monkeys to exist and we just haven't found them yet? Absolutely. I think it is way more than physically possible. I really do. But the question is, do other people believe that? Well, I personally don't believe that people know what a Sasquatch is. I really don't, because I think more people would believe in Sasquatch if they knew that it was a large bipedal monkey. And, one of our goals is to get more Sasquatch believers, so I really hope that gets more, and I really hope that people just really decide to think about if they really do believe in Sasquatch, and if they don't, it's amazing if you really do believe in Sasquatch. It's also absolutely incredible if you are just beginning to be a Sasquatch believer. It's really a lot different than not being a Sasquatch believer, because one moment you go to, from I absolutely do not believe in Sasquatch to I believe in Sasquatch and no one can tell me whether it's real or fake. No one can. I really do understand that feeling. I've had it before. It's just so crazy going from, I don't believe in Sasquatch to I know Sasquatch is real. And that's especially true for if you've had a sighting. Because if you had a sighting, then it's insane what your brain goes from. It really is. And even if you didn't have a sighting and you have just thought about Bigfoot being a real thing, and just starting to piece the puzzle pieces together in your head, I really do understand what it feels like, because I've had that feeling again in my head. And even if that's the case, still no one can tell you if Sasquatch is real or fake. Still no one can, because you already know, and it's just a big change. As I already said, whether you go from you've seen a Sasquatch and no one can tell you, or, as I already said, again, you have just had a while of thinking, and you have just pieced all the puzzles together in your head, and that, still no one can tell you. I've already said that in this episode. But, if you're not a Sasquatch believer, I want you to think about that. I really do. And another thing I want you to think about and do, if you're not a Sasquatch believer and you're listening to this, is next time you hear about a sighting or anything like that, I want you to look into the facts of what actually happened, because if it's a really believable sighting, you might actually be shocked how believable it really is. It really is insane. And some stories are just really ridiculous, and you can tell really, really incredibly fast if they're real or fake. But some stories are 100% real, and you know it. And some stories you think are real, but you don't exactly 100% know. And it could go either way. There are a lot of sightings like that, and this is what we're going to talk about on the next episode of Squatchcast. But recently, I believe it was on November 2nd of 2024. There was a Bigfoot sighting that happened, that a cop had, and it is crazy believable. It absolutely is. But this is one of those things that could really go either way, and we don't really know. We have to sit back, listen to all the details, look into the details and all that stuff. We have to let people that investigate those types of things and listen to what their opinion is. And sometimes our opinion is not exactly same as theirs, because I have a lot of different opinions than a lot of Bigfoot researchers do. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely am a big Bigfoot researcher guy. So, and I mean, you will probably disagree with some of the things I say, and some of the things you say, you will probably agree with me on. And a lot of people have those moments. Like, it could really go either way in just what happened. I really do think that some of the things I believe in Sasquatch for will sound really ridiculous to any non-Bigfoot believers, but some Bigfoot believers will actually think that I make total sense. Yeah. So that is some of the reasons. Well, those are some of the reasons I firmly believe in Sasquatch. And to any non-Bigfoot believers, again, I really want you to think about all of that, and I want you to research any Bigfoot sightings that come up ever, and just decide what you think about it. And if you have any questions, just comment down below and ask me, because that's gonna be a good way of finding out answers, probably. And sometimes there won't be. Sometimes there's just some weird thing, and I don't exactly know the answer, but I don't think that exactly happens a lot. Anyways, so here is the history of a Sasquatch's name. Okay, so in 1958, a reporter by the name of Andrew Gonzalez showcased a letter from a reader about loggers in Northern California, and they found abnormally big footprints. The loggers gave this creature a name that had the abnormally big footprints. They called it Bigfoot, as, again, I stated, because it had abnormally large footprints. In a article by Andrew Gonzalez, it only joked at the time that the footprints belonged to a distant relative of the Yeti, or as you might know it, the Abominable Snowman. On the Second Lead River Reservation in Central California, there are actually rock carvings of a group of Bigfoot-like creatures called the Family, and the biggest creature in the carving is called the Hairy Man. 16th century Spanish explorers and Mexican settlers in California told stories of what they called dark watchers, or big creatures that watched their camp at night. Des Ellis First Nation have the Saskats, which could possibly be the origin of the name Sasquatch. Hi guys, so I just wanted to say thank you so much for listening to this. We will have new episodes every single Saturday, so make sure to listen to those. And by the way, if you're still listening, it'd be absolutely amazing if you could just, go up there and hit that little subscribe button, and maybe even hit that little like button as well. That would really be amazing and helpful. But anyway, until next time, guys, keep it